Hi everyone, it's drop paper time. I'm on my step ladders again so that I've got this as high up as I can get it, so excuse the wobbles. That's the drop paper. Let me just lift it up as high as I can. That's the drop paper as it's looking at the moment, and I'm going to alter this and just turn it into something pretty. So let me just come down a bit. So that's what I've got. That's what the whole piece looks like. Sorry about this. And here it is, just a little bit closer. Let me just show you the various parts. There's loads of washi tape and all kinds of things stuck to this. This one's been down for quite a long time, longer than normal. There's lots of doodles. You can see some of those circles there. Those were using the dots I've made there with the Stuart Gill paints, which give a lovely raised texture. There's all kinds of stuff on this. Some stenciling there. That's splatters with the Radiant Rain. So I'm going to just add to this, and just here I've got one of the sheets of plastic that I got from the scrap store. That's got dried paint all over it, and I think that looks cool. That looks really awesome, and I'm going to add a selection of acrylic paints to that palette again, because I can turn that into a book cover, which I'll do for another project. So I'm going to go into my cupboard and grab a load of paints, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm still up on my step ladder. Those are the paints that I've grabbed there, so I'm choosing, you know, a mixture of blues, greens, oranges, pinks and a bit of white. I've added some of the iridescent Pebeo paints there as well, just fancy a bit of sparkle today. I've also grabbed hold of the Bowfix stencil paints. These are the cheap ones that I picked up from Lidl last year. And then I've got the Crown Tester paints with the dabber end as well. Those are the ones that I picked up from the scrap store the last time I was there. And then I've got my trusty box of Dilutions and homemade sprays. So let me just stick the iPad back on the tripod. And right, okay, so I'm coming back in over here, trying, as I say, not to get my head in the way too much. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to show you the last piece of footage either, because having had a look at it, playing it back, I've done so much banging around that the table's wobbling all over the place. Oh gosh, right, okay, that hasn't gone through. Let's see if we can. And you can see here as well that my wall is covered in splatters at the back, so I'm going to have some decorating to do, aren't I? Let's add some green. Just love these colours, they're just so gorgeous. Some more blue. So I just want a real diverse mix of the same repetitive patterns and colours, but just in various blocks. See, I do apologise if my head and arms and things are in the way. Right, let's add some pinks and things now. Pinks and oranges. Without trying to create any mud along the way. Right, okay, so I've moved everything around, and we'll just go over here and see what we can create in this direction. Let's have some nice pink. Love that. Let's have a nice reddy orange. Yeah, you see love that too. Let's have another one here. Let's have a iridescent orange. Let's spray as well. Sorry, there's my head in the way. I'm trying really hard not to. Let's try and move that over there. And get as much pattern as I can, sort of all over. Let's get some orange. I wish I could get more sort of in frame, but unfortunately I can't. Right, okay, I think that I'm going to stop there. That's looking really cool. Right, I'm back up on the step ladder and this is what I've got, and some of you might be thinking, oh my goodness me, what a hot mess. But I just love it. It's so colourful and textured. So now I'm going to go back in and add some more interest with more stamps and stencils. Right, okay, so I've moved the camera around again and I'm going to go back over with my Dilutions alphabet stencil and just add some little bits of interest. I just want to add bits of this all over this piece. And I'm just going to use contrasting colours. So, for instance, here I shall use some of the darker colours. Let's have a look. Yeah, you see that really stands out. We'll do the same here. Adding just little bits of interest here and there. You see, I just love that. What can we have over here? Let's have some of the blue. I hope my head's not in the way. You see, I just love that. So I'm just going to add loads and loads of different layers to this piece. Love that. That's just gorgeous. Some more of the blue over here. Just coming back and being completely repetitive about the colours that I'm using. Try and be a bit more gentle because I don't want to. Just loving that. Let's add some lighter. We'll go for some white, I think, here. Let's see how that looks. Yep, liking that. We'll go for some white over here too. Trying to add plenty of contrast. Yeah, that's cool. Let's have some lime green overlapping as well because that looks really good. Nice texture and layers. Yeah, loving that. And then I'll move the camera around for you again in a minute. Let's add some pink and some white and just go over here. Yeah, just love that, you see. Right, I shall move it around and then I'll come back. In fact, actually, I've got a big space in the middle here that I can do still. It's so difficult to see what you can see. Where am I? Yeah, okay. So we can come over this way a bit. Let's add some nice blue. See, that just looks awesome. Busy but colourful, and because I'm using the same colours repetitively, it all sort of works and gels together, or at least I think it does. Let's add some more over here. Let's add some white again. You see, I just love that. Right, okay, so I'll move it round again. Right then, this is how my sheet is looking now. I just absolutely love it. Really colourful and bright, loads of layers. So now I've decided that I want to add some flowers. So I'm going to grab a few more materials and then I'll come back. Okay, I've got my sponges. I've grabbed a couple more pieces of the natural sponge, and I've got a couple of stencils, and then I've put some more paint out on my palette. Can you see here, just in a mixture of colours, and I'm going to add some flowers, and again I'm going to try not to get my big head in the way. Let's have a look. I'm going to add a bit of white. White around there, and then I think I'll add a bit of pink in the middle. That one. Let's see how that looks. Oh yes, you see, I like that. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? That looks lovely, doesn't it? And we'll add a bit of yellow. I'm just working my way around the sponge so that I'm not mixing the colours too much. We'll add yellow in the middle of that one, and then we'll have some pink around the outside. This is so much fun, and I think because it's just a drop sheet, if it all goes horribly wrong, it just doesn't matter. It's you know, it's nothing. It's a drop sheet. Right, okay, I'm going to go back in with white, but I'm going to use white in the centre this time, and then I'm going to use some of the deeper pink. Oh, I've just moved it. You know, you've got nothing to lose with this. It's just a piece of paper with a load of drop paint. And whatever happens, you can still tear it up into small strips, and you've still got something fabulous to use. You see, I just think that looks great. Let's have another big one over here. We'll have some blue. Let's grab this. You know, you've got total freedom with this to do whatever you want, with no pressure that you're ruining anything. See, that's just totally awesome. I just love that. And let's do it in reverse. Let's do the darker one this time in the centre, and the paler around the outside. And again, the colours will mix and blend, and that's fine. That's what you want. You see, that's just lovely. Okay, so this is how the drop paper's looking at the moment. I was going to go over the top with the other flower stencil, but I'm not going to. I just like it as it is. And so now what I want to do is lighten things up by going over just with some bottle caps and doing some circles. So I'll come back and do that next. There we go. That's what paint is left on my palette. I'm going to add some of the pale blue actually, because I've run out. And I've got a few circle stamps here that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to add some circles and things, and just, you know, add another layer of interest on the top. Right, so here goes. I'm just using up all of this leftover paint. Some of this you won't be able to see because I'm sure that some of it won't be in shot. But you can probably see that I'm just using the pink at the moment. And I'm just going to add a load of circles to the page, or to the drop sheet as it were. Right, okay, let's go in a different colour. Let's use some of the pale blue. I've still got some of the pink in this as well, which is quite nice. There we go. Let's use some dark green. Actually, I think that might be a better contrast. Right, so here it is now. I just love this piece so much. It's really busy, and oh, I just love all the layers. Let me just take it off the tripod. Right, here we go. So let's see how high I can get this up. There it is. So you've got most of the page now, and all I want to do now is wait for this to dry, and then I'm going to go over it with my oh gosh, what's it called, the white gel pen, and just do some small flower doodles, and then I'll come back. So I've just got this small area here in the bottom right hand corner that I'm going to do a few doodles on, and I've grabbed just a regular black biro and my Posca paint pen. The reason I'm using a biro is that I want something that is permanent. I don't want to use this later, and for, you know, if the background smudges with the dilutions, that's fine, but I don't want the fine detail to smudge. I'm just trying to activate my white Posca paint pen as we speak. How's that? That's looking okay. And so all I'm going to do is just add just scribbly lines, and I mean scribbly lines, not being sort of, you know, specific about this at all. And I'm just going to keep going over it like this, and then in the darker areas like we've got here, I'm going to do the same, but just with the white Posca paint marker. So again, sort of, you know, really scribbly, nothing neat about this at all. Let's try not to. And I'm going to do this all over, and then I'll come back at the end and I'll show you what I've got. Right, I'm back up on my step ladder again, and that's how awesome it's looking. I just love it. So I've scribbled, and I really have scribbled just with my Posca paint pen. In fact, I used the black Posca paint pen in the end as well, just because it was a bit darker than the black biro. And now all I want to do is use my white Dilutions paint and my Dilutions spot stencil. So I'll just put the video back on the tripod again. Okay, so I've got some white Dilutions paint on my acrylic stamp palette here, and I'm just going to sort of add just a little bit in some of the darker places, just like this, just to add a bit more interest. Right, and here we are, it's finished. I don't know whether you can see some of the dots that I've added with the Dilutions paint, and let me just come down close. I've just gone over some of these, can you see? Just scribbled around some of the dots, just to add to the really loose, scribbly feel, and I just love that. So go and have a play, go and have some fun. It's just brilliant. It's just, you know, just an ideal opportunity to just completely let go and have some fun. Anyway, hope you try it, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.